Hello lurkers, and hello you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct, welcome to the proximity. Scooch. I'm having a Pathologic 3 adventure. Thank you for still getting out the fucking way. This continue, shall we? I've got to click the screen. So the controller, there we go, we'll press the play button. So I'd clearly run out of time for that day. So before I start, I will say a couple of things. Once, I rewatched that H-Bomber Guide video because I thought it'd be a nice time to do so. It's been a while since I have. And I was a bit nervous about like, he's just going to ruin the story for me. It's like, no, I've been watching someone play The Bachelor in the first game, and it's different. It's doing different things even with the story. And it's sort of nice to be reminded what the original game did with certain parts of the story. Not that it really goes through the story anyway. But the thing is, Pathologic 2 sort of merged the Harrispex and the Bachelor storylines already. Like the end of that game, you could go either or. And this game sort of is doing that as well. There's at least one quest that feels like it's sort of it's reaching. There's a couple of quests that reach into the Harrispex storyline. So like the events that transpired on that day, because we have a nicer Bachelor this time around, he can see more things of the town. And I assume that's there because it just assumes that you, the player, knows more things about the town already, and they just like writing new stuff. Anyway. The other thing is I'm told the game does get harder because when you repeat days, you're not getting new items. And so if you're struggling with a day, all you're doing is consuming and consuming and consuming. Okay, speaking of, I just sort of randomly guessed what the answer to one of these things was, didn't I? Oh, hang on.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Oh, am I going to have to redo all this? Oh, that's a shame. I'll tell you what, since I'm redoing everything, give me a second. Right, what I've done is I've looked at the previous episode and seen what the diagnoses are, so I can just skip a bunch of time there. Find a use of you. redo this conversation as well. Okay. I should talk, I suppose. I'm just trying to read quickly, though. Ah, my face. Okay. I was a bit ruder than I was before. Accidentally.
Don't walk in front of a bull, behind a horse, or around a thief from any side.
There is a death, of course, but we'll say no to it, right?
Oops. Had to open up all of them, but whatever. For some reason, I just get the feeling it might be anemic. Vasculopathy. I don't know, that's just what I reckon it might be. Okay, I'm not allowed to lock it in. But I don't actually need to. Okay, we can't do microscope supplies, can we? So. Okay, we're.
Where the wind moans, misfortune follows.
Okay, one down. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I get the idea, feeling it might be burning sword. Okay, so now I've accidentally gone through it really fast. Might be able to do it really quickly. Okay. So he's got fatigue, which I think I put down as weakness. Unfortunately, I can't remember, so I have to do one of them. Rash bites, red spots. I'm gonna exit from here now. See if I can preserve as much time as I can. Cool. Let's heal ourselves. Well, that was a lot more efficient. There's a bunch of stuff I should, if it takes a lot of time, I should just do twice. Considering the exploits, see that this quest seems like it's going to be a long one, because this is the one in the original game where, like, you're supposed to deliver loads of food and you learn of the disease, I think. Okay, we'll go to Lowers because we'll try and do a circle. Is this because of my quarantine or the rioting?
Мало мы вас вешали. Yes?
Sometimes I regret not studying medicine and having only my intuition to guide me when I help people. On the other hand, that would have meant leaving this place, if only for a time, to study. A friend of mine managed to do that, but I couldn't imagine leaving. Your friend? Who do you mean? We called him Cub when we were kids. Oh, the have specs. When we were kids, his name was Artemy Barak. He was always torn between the town and the steppe, between the kin's traditions and his cravings for new knowledge. It was so odd to think he was the one who left, only to return now, and that I was the one who stayed behind. And get to play as Lara in the next game. 3 new people. So your childhood friends then. We are. We've always been inseparable, Artemy, me, and 2 more of our peers. I shouldn't waste your time on my memories. Oh, Ruben. You're here to ask about the shelter. Can I ask you why you made your own house into a shelter in the first place? This is my father's house, where my memory of him lives. He was a strict, rule-bound man, but refusing someone in need was abhorrent to him. When he died, he decided to set up a shelter here, so people would always have food and a roof over their heads, and I have a house that isn't quiet as a tomb. What happened to your father? My father, Captain Ravel, was a hero. That's all there is to it. I'm trying to live my life worthy of his name. That's why I'm here. And you're here on business. So what should I tell you about the conditions here? Anything you think is important? Yes, of course. We provide clean bedding to those who stay at the night. We thoroughly wash any dishes used by anyone who come to eat. We check everything that's donated to us. What else? We have an emergency exit leading to the river. You can walk around to see for yourself. Do you have to ask where those donations are coming from? There are fewer now. Before the epidemic, the whole town was involved in the House of the Living. There we go. I've heard of this quest. Old Gimskis would provide food. Not this quest, but I've heard of the quest in the original game. Provide food. The governor would send his patrolmen to help with repairs. Ordinary folks would help however they could. The plague drives us back to indifference. Saparov, I can believe, but Big Vlad, is he capable of charity? You're quick to judge, Doctor. Do you really see old Gimski patriarch for what he is? He's a businessman, that's true. He has a dire reputation, but do you believe the White Mistress would bear children of a grasping scoundrel? Not here to gossip about the private life of local authorities. Let's get back to sanitary matters. These children, yeah. I think I've told you everything I've understood myself, at least. Do you have any more questions? At first glance, this house is in good condition, no signs of the plague, but will you let me check the water? It's crucial during a plague, also a possible infection vector. I'm no doctor, but my thoughts also went first to the water. My friend has given me the idea of bringing it here from the steppe. The moat springs there. He literally carried the first barrel on his back. That's why we called him Cub as children. He was always strong. Indeed, it might make sense to look for water away from the town right now. Where do you usually get it? There's several springs in town, and there was a new plumbing system. But one that... So, when I played the second game, this was the quest I failed as Artemy as well. I was really annoyed about it. I just run out of time, and then she never spoke to me for the rest of the game. They believe the earth was disturbed by its construction, and one day will retaliate. We don't drink water from the Gorkho either. Sorry, there are several springs around town, and there's a new plumbing system, one that hasn't really taken root. There we go. As far as I know, the Gorkho water is clean, or was it before the epidemic? Was it avoided out of superstition too? I guess I never thought about it. I was born here, you see. I've not known anyone to drink the river water. Even my father, a learned man, told me to avoid it. Some things just happened out of custom, not for a rational reason. Right now it's for the best. Who knows what's in there, but we might need to be careful. May I analyse your step water in my lab? Of course, if you need, go ahead. Take any sample you need. Though, to be honest, the thought of you doubting the step water frightens me. So, because we don't have any shops anymore, only trading, yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming we don't have any shops. Like, all the quests involve him running back to his lab and analysing something. Yes. It's just a precaution, Lara. The water's probably fine. Okay. Oh, these ones are locked in stone. Interesting.
Мало мы вас вешали. Брат, не убивай.
Please think twice about this. Your health is at stake. What are you talking about? Damn vaccine. I suggest you hold off getting inoculated, my good man. Injecting people with some slop that were whipped up yesterday from whatever they had at hand. It's not the way to do it. It's a miracle this vaccine even exists. Are you a doctor? Don't worry, I know a thing or two about medicine. I worked with a pharmacist's assistants. Used to order medical periodicals from the capital. I borrowed from him. An amateur. I see the likes of you have done enough harm. I beg your pardon. I see you're against using the vaccine. Would you like to hear about the alternative? Not sure I understand your insinuations, but do tell. I enjoyed that the fairly obvious reason this was put in the game. The alternative is to burn the town to the ground, and is already burning. The plague is spreading like fire, and this vaccine is our only chance. Dangerous medicine, but it's all we have, and it's better than nothing. Don't you see? Well, that's a bit over the top. Let's not succumb to panic and alarmism, shall we? I suspect, especially with the second game as well, because it's very fun, like watching footage of the first game and having everyone take the piss out of the Bachelor. But I suspect, like, after the actual pandemic we went through, like, the sort of, like, a little bit more, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Yeah. He's less of a fool in this game, and I'm guessing that's for a reason. Let's just say that. Obviously, you're playing as him, so you're getting the better side of him anyway. But I still suggest you stop and think about what you find more outrageous: the vaccine or your town in ashes. But I mean, like, they've put an anti-vaxxers in the game, like. That's what that symbol is. Okay. Well, one of the things from the pandemic is just like, learning that, yes, all the politicking would absolutely definitely happen. And half the population would be incredibly stupid. Oh. Did Bear send you? Bear said a grown-up would come and play with us while he's away. Stop. Hold on a minute. There's supposed to be 3 of you now. We should tell him.
What are you afraid of? That they'll get mad?
You'll get worried.
Huh?
That's an ominous start to this conversation. Maybe you can help. Or he'll just punish us. Do you want to punish us? Bear said there would be 3 of you. Where's the 3rd child? It's not our fault, honest. Say, mister, have you ever seen a door disappear? Like you walk through the door and there's no door? Only when I'm drunk. Told you he's going to punish us. Too grumpy, even though it's not our fault anyway. We're playing hide and seek and there was this door and murky and then the door slammed and then there was just a wall there. We had nothing to do with it. We were just standing there touching the wall. If I understand you correctly, you're playing hide and seek and you can't find Murky. Do I have that right? I told you the door was right there. It appeared again in the wall. Murky went through it, and as soon as it closed, slam, gone. No more door, just this wall. Bear's going to be upset. He's going to be so upset. Please, mister, don't tell Bear we'd lost Murky. I swear. We asked her not to go in, but she said they were calling her. And she went in. Oh, is this our fucking fairy tale we told? Door, right here. This very wall showed up, vanished. Am I understanding correctly? Stupid old man you are. We told you we were playing hide and seek. A door appeared and vanished. Murky was there and then she vanished too. Murky, 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 where are you? Yell with us, mister. You're big and you've got a bigger voice than we've got. Murky, 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 where are you? Murky, answer me. Oh, you really can scream, mister. I think I'm deaf now. I have an idea. Let's look outside the house for her. The door was right here inside the house. We'll go this way and you go the other way. We won't miss anything like that. What? I can't hear you. I think I've got deaf from both ears from this screaming. My funny boy, do you know how doctors cure deafness? By putting a leech inside your ear. Would you like me to cure it? No, I'm better already, thank you. Perfectly healthy and ready to go looking for Murky. Let's get started searching the house, please. No, stop. Please stay right where you are and don't move. I don't want any more lost kids in my hands. I'll look around the house myself. You two stay put. Murky waters. See what we did there. Okay.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Where's Anna Angels?
Tired of this noise.
Okay.
A good person. Despite all the stuff, a good person.
Aha, you're so small, really tiny. Get down there immediately! Where have you been? Your friends have been looking everywhere for you. I got lost, then I found myself again. I sit high, I look far, I see everything from up here. Your friends told me you went through a door and then vanished behind you. What exactly do you see from up there? Everything. I see the edge of the world. I fell off the edge of the world. Yes, of course. What does it look like, the edge of the world? Like bread. See, the edge of the world looks like bread. Duly noted. What, are you hungry or something? I'm late. I flew up this tower. Your friends told me that you went through some door, then it vanished behind you. I followed the music and ended up in a room. A moth was there. When I saw it, it spoke to me. Kids, you're all giving me a migraine. It's a good door. Some grandpa spoke to you somehow. But also he's not here. Do you want to see the edge of the world? Come up, I'll show you. I'm afraid the watchtower can't support us both at once. You're boring. You don't like the play. Of course, I should have guessed as much. It's all just a game. There was never any door, and you were never lost. You played a prank on silly old Uncle Bachelor, and he believed you. You're wrong not to believe her, Daniel. She was telling the truth. Wait, what? Why did you just call me Daniel? Daniel? Who's that? You're a complete cuckoo, mister. The old man you saw in the room was the moth. What was his name? Did he introduce himself? Why would he introduce himself? He's Grandpa. Everyone in town knows and loves him. He's good. I see. Talking to you is about as useful as talking to the water tower. Go tell your friends you're safe and sound. Wait, mister, help me down. I can't do it myself. Gladly. It's a bit scary to see you sitting up there so high. Come on. Just be careful. Do I actually have
There's
to climb?
my doll. Who will feed it?
I'm assuming that just happened. Cool. Can I go through the door that I didn't see? Where? I like that I accidentally salvaged this day by not saving properly. Mister, I've got a letter for you. Bear told me to make sure I deliver it to you personally. Why are you breathing so heavily? Are you unwell? I'm out of breath because Bear promised I'd get a coin if I ran quick enough. Whoever promised you a coin should be the one to give it to you. But Bear said you're not stingy. He also said you'd get a coin. So he lied twice. Hey mister, at least give me some tobacco then, will you? Smoking is bad for you. This is coming from a doctor. I'll get a load of this. A grown up with no money and no tobacco. And you don't even look like a beggar. Here, take your stupid letter. Thanks, boy. I wish you all the best, and I wish some sense into that head of yours even more. How do I read? Is it going to be in the notes? I honoured your request. Can't go to the hospital. Too dangerous. I'll wait for you in the tanner's near the stone by the river. I'll explain there. Barak. P.S. The messenger boy will ask for a coin of tobacco. Don't give him any. I've been trying to wean him off, begging him for the last 3 days, but to no avail. Oh, that Harris Specs is... He's a good boy. We should run away from the town or better flee the country. What?
I know the lines too. How else could I find my way around all the attics and the cellars and those twisty yards?
I mean, fair enough. You have to mind. I don't know, but my mum always says that, and Bear will never forgive us for losing so Murky. Oh yeah, that does mean we have to run away. We'll wander the world until we die. Hooray! I've always dreamed of dying while wandering the world. Belay the escape. Mucky's been found and she's fine. Oh, good. Don't sound so disappointed. Are you really that eager to run away? Mucky's always causing trouble. One lost 1 minute, found the next. Helped her down the water tower. She should be here soon. You can tell her everything. Okay, we're not done because Bear has decided. It's a bear! To be somewhere.
The stomach isn't a mirror. Fill it with hay, no one will see it.
Okay. Greetings, physician. Sorry I had to call you out here. Your kids are safe and sound if you're interested. Thank you, Shen. I value your help. I tried to get inside the cemetery, but it's my these men. I've never seen that much security. Tell me, if you couldn't get in the cemetery, who have you brought with you? His name is Kanja. It happened to be outside. He happened to be outside the day the cemetery was locked down, but his family was left inside. I found him in the abattoir. He's ill, Shen. He's agreed to help your research, but on one condition. What's the condition? You will kill him. I'm looking for death, Shen. No problem. What would you prefer? Hanging or decapitation? I mean, quick and painless. Poison would be good. Hope you have some with you, Shen. Only an amateur would think that death by poison isn't painless. Some poisons hit the nerve endings harder than electricity. It's not just painful, it's suffocating, nauseating, terrifying. I don't care. It's quick. That's the main thing. Make me die quickly as possible. I can, but why should I? I can't. Killing yourself is Kurio toy. Bodo will punish me with blindness. Everyone knows it. If you take your own Amdral, Bodo takes your eyes out. If I have no eyes when I'm underground, I can't see my loved ones. But every other blind person regains their sight after death, of course. Do you seriously believe that? Or do you care what I believe, Shen? Everyone gets what he believes after death. I'm offering you a deal. Let us help each other. You're asking me to become your murderer? Before I make that decision, I need you to understand who you are, what's at stake. Have courage to be honest to the end. Kara Al Id. 2 days ago, my children and I felt Evich Bike Beck. I wanted to escape the town. People said Takal had come back, so I took my family to the cemetery, told them to coolly, and then I went to the warehouse and took my money out of the cash. Grief's money. I stole it from him to save my money, Shen. Just return the money then. You didn't end up needing it after all. I wanted to Kakahul the guards. The guards took the money, but I never... my family again. I saw their bodies in a pile of bodies. Holohos. I see. I sympathize with you, Kanja. Let's say we have a deal. Describe your symptoms to me, please. How do you feel? I told Goy. It hurts. There's a bitter taste in my mouth. It hurts to urinate, and when I do, it's the colour of the earth. Everything around me looks yellow. What do you think, Barak? His liver is failing. Cracked. Need to take a sample of your liver, Kanja. Take my life, Enchem. Take everything else you want. Don't I have morphine? I'm afraid I don't have the necessary drugs to give you a peaceful death. Have some on me. Physician, take them. What have you dragged me into? Oh.
Mendy.
He asked you for painless death, Emshen. That didn't look painless. You think it's that easy? Then why didn't you kill him yourself, Emshen? Nothing to say to that, huh? I thought so. I'm fucking... Oh! Oh, I've done it now. How did I take a different route?
That which is torn must be tied, and that conjoined, split apart.
Oh, fuck! I didn't consider that, this might be a really bad idea for me to be loading my game. Is there a way to see it? I said I was going to trade and I completely forgot. It's too late to trade. I don't think I can do that quest.
What's going on with my nerves?
Mop the floor, and now you're walking over it. It took forever to scrub clean. Apologies, not very good at walking in. I understand, Alex. The devastation impressive. How did that happen? Top of the climbing, were you? He's turning the bathroom upside down, but it's the only one in these apartments. People wash their kids there and take their own baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays to keep it clean. Now review your remarks. Bet you're a pal of Philat's, aren't you? Philat is in the hospital now. He's under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. So Philat's in the hospital. Perhaps that's for the best. Take it the trashed bathroom is his handiwork? Yes, his. Nothing good about any of this, but aren't you being a little too hard? Is he often this out of control? What kind of person is typical of is what kind of person this is typical of is an easy guess. You often get this with drunks. One moment he sits there quietly and he's delirious all of a sudden. All this ruckus and mess, at least he didn't punch anyone out. Has he been drunk for long? Was this his first delirium tremens episode? Or has he had them before? Been drunk before, but go ahead and knock out the window. Town's falling to pieces. It's enough to make a saint start drinking. Like some people have gone crazy. Some grabbed a bottle, some grabbed a knife. Hard to stay human. Everyone's inner beast is looking to break out. So you know for certain Philat trashed the place in the drunken haze? So that's what you're assuming. Well, what do you think happened? He didn't just trash the shared bathroom. He was sick all over it. The whole place was a mess. Thought I'd never get it clean. Do you know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How would a smart dresser like you know that? I went to medical school, my good lady. The quantity of vomit I used to cart around is more than this entire house could disgorge. Figured out anything you needed. I'd like to finish the cleaning. Kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands. Go back to his drinking once more. Your delirium hypothesis is logical, but it's only conjecture. In fact, his denial of drinking habit sounded very sincere to me. He wants to confess something shameful like that. Thing is, lifelong sots are proud of it, and the new-made ones are ashamed. I hope he's ashamed. If anyone's darn guess if he is. It's like he's become a completely different man. For all I know, he lost all sense of himself at this point, gone completely off his rocker. Off his rocker? That's something new again. Are you talking about the bathroom incident, or is there another evidence of that? He has episodes, you know. Before he trusts the bathroom, I'd hear his muttering coming from behind the door every night. He lives alone, no family, no one to visit him. My husband and I used to be his only friends. He started talking to himself, and that's a sure sign. Maybe right, the hallucinations do point towards delirium. Well, are we done now? I have my limits too, you know. Mopping floors is hard enough, but bad-mouthing a former friend of yours is harder. I'm sorry for the poor dummy. Where's Philat's room? Is there anything else you can tell me about Philat? Do you happen to know any illnesses he's had in the past? Quite cute, whatever you can remember. Know that man was never sick, strong and tough as a cart horse, and I mean, I could easily imagine him pulling an actual cart. That's why they hired him to guard the old Gimsky meat cannery back in the day. Did you talk to often at the time? If you ask me, Philat may be built for the job. It's not a job for him. The dormitory needs security to make sure the step brutes aren't beating about town, but he was getting sentimental about them. That's why he and I fell out. We argued about whether or not herb brides and worms were our equals. Some security guard. He asked about whether people should be isolated for their own good. What a thing to say. Stop trying to confuse me. I don't have time to pick your philosophizing apart. Anyway, I've got a bathroom to finish. Where's his room? I want to take a look at it before I go. Sorry, this isn't a demo, so I'm skipping over a bit. Further down the hallway, here's the key. Got work to do. I've been breaking my back for half a day. Here, whose fault is it? A fool, who's also drunk now. Hallucinations and vomit, according to the neighbour. What a mess. Food has gone bad. Judging by appearance last month. We'll eat something like this. I'll sick even approaching. No, I can't. Can't like to wash my hands. Talk to who? So, hallucinations from... Oh. Sent by an Erdem. Well, this is news. The neighbor told me Philat lived alone. By Shiba Gaga by Kanab, you're angry. She yund herb she. Barbas hick some quite non intelligible uli. What? Much better. Who might you be? Got nowhere to go. Bye, gal, die. Don't kick me out, Erdem. You're a kitten burglar, perhaps. Not going back to the Warren. Warren, what's that? People call it the Termitory. Ida Hamni Hareen. Smell like a danger. Bulesh. Bye. Go your own way. What kind of person's larynx sounds like these? Are you humming? Will you tell me what's in there? Then, in detail, please. People are there. Katange. What else do you want to know? How did you get past there? Hiding your eyes, lad. I don't think you're telling me the whole truth. Look, it's better you don't joke around with me. I'll tell, just let me go. There's a crawl hole out the Warren. Akai Philat watches it. Help me go around the angry guards. Tere Namae Abara. Seems like a savvy fellow. How much did he charge you for his help? So Philat took you in. The hallucination of his was you. It was you who sung to it at the night, not voices in his head. So it's just vomiting. Philat took in, hid, sheltered. No one sees. No one returns to the Warren. Be Kohodo do Bayare Kurb Gabaheb. Talk quietly. Zelge no gohon yaazai shish neb. No, so no one hears. Your neighbor heard anyway. Don't worry, she thought Philat was out of his mind. If you keep quiet, she won't notice you. Where's Akai Philat? You hope. How is he? Finally, some sensible talk. He's in hospital. He's ill. I'm a doctor. I need to find out what he's ill with. Will you help me? I will. Namda. Talak heg ye type. Akai Philat sickens. I saw it. He sickens. There's something rotten on the table. Did you eat it? This is what made Philat vomit. Hungry. We need it. Menge ighi. Akai Philat's not rich. Boss Vlad pays guard so little. Karu was enough for one, not enough for me. Hard to feed two. Akai Philat looked for cheap food. They cheated, sold rottens. Understand the difficulty of your situation. Noble deeds come with a cost. This is scary, Adam. By Gaab. Never thought to eat the rot. Even Akai Philat forbade. Then his hunger came, crazy like. Yesh Kellen grabbed everything, gobbled everything I took away, hid, told him bad, rotten, will hurt. He didn't listen, like possessed some hungry beast. Sudden hunger. Should I add bulimia to the symptoms? Never saw a man wolf bad food like that. Ene Zegitai. He doesn't drink vodka. He was mistaken. Found some pills, medicine. Don't use in the step. Be butter. Beck hair. Med ene guyab. Philat said that so his head doesn't ache. He has headaches. Mags on the bed. Looks like they were used in compress to bind something hot or cold over an injury. Do you know anything about that? I do. He was hot, tossed and turned. I put cold on him. Had a fever. It's much sicker than they claim to be. These stoic patients can be worse than hypochondriac sometimes. I worry for him. Mice, headache, fever, hunger, and vomiting, fatigue, skin reddening, veins rolled out. What happened in the bathroom? Neighbour said, feel it drunkenly. No, he doesn't drink. He'd eaten bad food, couldn't keep it down. Didn't want to make a mess there, so he went where he could to do it. There's water there for washing. Water scared him, but the dripping went crazy. Can a man be scared of water, Adam? Yeah, in his life? Scared of water? This is extremely rare. For no apparent reason and trust the bathroom. This is extremely rare for symptoms. Should sort it all out. I'll take another look at him first. Strongly advise you get yourself checked for the sand pest as well. But I heard he was talking to himself all night. I heard right away. Never see the old neighbour again. Such a horrifying sign. Flat isn't suffering from insanity. He was conversing with the voices in the head. He was talking to the boy from the cemetery. The cemetery? You mean he brought one of those little beasts into our house? No need for harsh words. The boy has a difficult situation of his own. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. We have an hour to get back. I don't think that's going to be enough time. It's being afraid of water. Hydrophobia. Okay. So if I can't make it in time, I can just do nephropathia. Does that count? Can I just do it from here? I can. Yeah, I don't have time to move back. When today's diagnosis is set, the results will be delivered at 6 in the evening.
Не бойся. Мало мы вас вешали.
Док, не стреляй!
Какими судьбами? Брат, не убивай.
obsessed. A man in love. In love? Yes. Lovers know no obstacles, do they? What? You want to know who he was in love with. It's what, not who. His mission, his dream, his Thanatica.
Anyway, why do they keep insisting you brought the sandpass to the town?
Because they're stupid. They confuse the cause and consequence.
Are you the consequence?
Are you the cause? Just do me a favor and shut your mouth, please. Can't you see a professional is working?
Okay. All diagnoses are correct. The town will receive an effective vaccine, at least for today. All that remains is to sign a decree. Your decree idea. Experimental vaccine day 4.
The day is over. The end draws ever closer. A new pantomime is rehearsed here.
So lovely to see you this evening. All the more lovely for being uncertain. Living to see the evening is already great luck, given the circumstances. People came to me all day, sent me notes. They begged me to flee the town, while there was still a chance. I also thought about leaving the town. You can't run from something, only to something. Otherwise you'll get lost, like a ship with no lighthouse. My lighthouse is the Thanatica. It calls me back to the capital, but I didn't answer the call, not this time. That's why it's so lovely to see you today. I wonder if you'd leave. I even wanted to go looking for you, talk you out of it, but I didn't. Be imposing. Worse, you might have invited me to go with you. You imposing? Leave her, that's impossible. I feel so bright knowing that you want to return in the evenings, but it would be completely different if I'd asked you to. Asked you to trade Thanatica for Stillwater and our town. But that's the whole point. If you asked, you wouldn't be you. People who asked me to run today kept saying it was the last chance, but for some reason I doubt it. There'll be another chance, a real one. No one could leave the town today, but on another day, everything will turn out differently. I wonder what you'll choose then. One day I'll leave, obviously, but not before the plague is defeated. I'm so sleepy. While I waited to see if you'd return or not, sleep wouldn't come at all. I was afraid of seeing you in a dream, and then waking to a reality where you were gone. Now I'm exhausted. See, if you do the days twice, you don't get these scenes again either. You don't get the amalgam. Just one question. Before you fall asleep, I met a strange man near Stillwater today. He was catching stray dogs. Do you know him? We don't have stray dogs. All the strays were taken off the streets long ago by the Soul and a Halves. It's their familiars. Did I really just imagine it, huh?
Tomorrow shall not come, unless you want it to. Do come home.
Assuming I can't go to day 1 yet. We've done all the days. So on day 1, we saw the lumpy man, met Grief, got told about the Shabnak, and the Ripper. And the world's a stage, the microscope. We learned about the immortal man, met Eva, so... The store's being prepared, so there might be reason to go back to day 2. So we can fix, that's something we could do again. We could talk to Oyun, try that again. What about day 3? I think we should go back to day 2. Yeah, day 3 and day 6. I shouldn't come back to it for a while. Because they've got the Shabnak down. Day 2. Cost